Hi guys, in this lesson we're playing Ode to Joy, which is a very famous tune. I'm sure you all recognise it at home. It is a classical based tune, but this is appropriate for absolutely any style of guitar. And this is one video out of the first proper song out of 10 songs that are going to show you how to play simple melodies with your major scale and be able to play some very tricky melodies by the end of it. These ones are quite simple. In the playlist that we have in the description below, they go in order of hardness, so you can choose all of them or just pick out your favourites if you fancy. This particular one starts on the thinnest E string. It's a little bit trickier than the intro video, so we're going to get into a bit of a close-up, and here's how to play it. Okay, so our first line and main theme of this song starts on the open thinnest string, and we play that note twice. With my picking hand, I'm also resting the palm of my hand and all of my forearm on the guitar here and the thicker strings, so that none of these are going to ring out. I've got my hand on them. To allow that thinnest one to ring out, I'm kind of lifting my hand just here so that nothing's in the way of it. And then we put our first finger, first fret of the third string. Third finger, which I'm supporting with my middle finger, but you can just play the third on its own. Remember your side of the third fret, and finger numbers wise, if just as a quick guide, first finger, first fret, second finger, second fret, third finger, third fret. When it says it on the tab 1 or 3, they're the same finger numbers that you use. So open, open, 1 to 3. Open, open, 1, 3, and then 3 again. Back on yourself, 1, 0. So open, open, 1, 3, 3, 1, 0. And then we continue to walk down those first 5 notes. Third, this is on the B string, and that's the end of our first section. And then first finger, second fret, and we're going to be walking back up now. It's kind of a mirror image. 1, 1, 3, both on the B string, thinnest E string, and then 3, 3, that third fret. That section one more time. And then that whole line repeats again, it just has a very slightly different ending. So just to recap this first line. That whole thing, once you've got it, is going to happen again, but the last 3 notes are different. So rather than this one ends 3, 1, 1 on the B string. So all that section together is quite straightforward. There's a third line of this which has a different theme. It's a different set of notes that's not based on the rest of them. But then the bottom line, the fourth line, is the same as that second one. So 3 lines out of the 4 are almost identical here, and the fingering's the same, the melody's the same, the rhythm's the same. It's just that third line that's any different. So we really need to get these first 2 sorted before we move forward. So nice and slow, with these first two lines, reading the tab as we go to help you. In 2, 3, 4. And that second line is again the same as the last one. This third one that we're going to go for now is slightly different. This one goes. Of course, very familiar, but a little bit trickier to play because of the rhythm. So here we start. Third finger, third fret of the B string. 1, 2, that's the third fret on the B string. Open E, the first fret. Dun, dun, da, dun. So we've got to try and pay attention to both hands here. Try and watch one and then watch the other. Third finger this side. Plays 2 notes, but the picking hand. String 2, string 1, string 2. Dun, 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 dun. Quite similar. And open 1, open 1. Same thing again. And then it drops to that third string. It's the only time we go on to those thicker strings that look like they've got the phosphor bronze strings, not the cheese wire strings. So most of this is on the cheese wire strings, which makes it easier. So let's have one more recap of that third line before we try and I'll at least give you a demonstration of each of the lines in turn, the whole thing, but feel free to kind of master each section and take a bit more time first. So from this third line, the tab that's on the screen. So technique-wise, what we want to be getting is just one string ringing out at a time. If this happens, we have 2 strings ringing out at a time, and therefore we're not really playing a melody, end up playing a bit of a chord. So what we need to do is put your first finger down a little bit flatter so that we actually mute that string underneath it, rather than letting it ring out. Rather than. So that's just as a last little point, trying to get one string ringing out at a time and muting either with this hand, or if we're going from, say, one then to the next string, you can even mute with your thumb at this side. Rather than. Well, we're zooming in on that more throughout this course. We just want to try and get the notes mastered first and then get the little techniquey bits as we go forward. So from the very top, going from that section, nice and slow, the whole thing, which you can see the whole tab for this for free at andyguitar.co.uk on the page which is where this video is embedded. And you'll be able to print the whole thing to kind of work through it a little bit more methodically. All available for free, but here's a demonstration of the whole thing so that you guys can see how it's done nice and steady. 2, if you want to join in, 2, 3, 4. last line, which is the same as the second line. 3, 4. So that was how to play Ode to Joy, but this is only one of 10 videos that are going to show you how to play real songs and each melodies that are just like this. So if you like this video, check out that playlist. You'll find it after you've subscribed to my channel on the home page, the channel page for this YouTube video, my Andy Crowley channel. You'll also find them at the website at andyguitar.co.uk, along with a full free beginner's course, and I'll see you over at the other side. Check out the other videos. Bye for now.